The city of Plattsburgh is looking to become a more bike-friendly community.
This is one of the better bike trails for just like cruising. It's not like mountain biking or anything, but it's a nice paved path for easy days.
Ethan Engel from Keysville was spending his day off recently riding his bike on the Terry Gordon bike path in Plattsburgh. There are bike paths within the city, but rather than riding to the waterfront, he packed his bike and drove his car because he says the routes don't connect very well.
Some parts of the road can be kind of sketchy with all the traffic that's on there. I personally don't like to ride near the roads for that reason, but like they have the bike path all the way up Route 9 and stuff, but still you're so close to traffic that's going so fast. So some better connection would be awesome.
A recent survey of more than 400 residents in Plattsburgh showed people want to get out and bike, but want streets and bike routes to be more connected. Data from the Plattsburgh Police Department shows from 2016 to 2021, there were 53 bicycle-involved accidents, with the highest number involving vehicles and bikes along the heavily traveled South Catherine Street.
It's about 70% of participants of the survey said they ride on streets without bike infrastructure. We, as part of our background work, we looked and got information from the Plattsburgh Police Department, including crash data. And that, there's accidents that are happening, and we want to reduce that. And so that safety is a big component. So we really got an idea of where people want to be connected to, what roads they use, and how safe they feel.
Ethan Vincent says the city is looking at 3 phases that will create bike lanes throughout the city for those bicyclists commuting or simply recreating.
So this is a proposal that we pushed earlier this year to do a study, a bike-friendly study, specifically in the city of Plattsburgh, primarily because we're a community of 5 square miles. That's what we got, right? On 60-something miles of road or so. And the whole idea is to ensure that not only our residents, but our visitors and people who come to stay can traverse our city easily and safely on their bike. We've seen an increase of bike traffic over the last several years. So our role and our job is to increase the safety of that, increase accessibility for bikes in the city, and just to improve that quality of life.
We see a lot of people biking through our city. We're positioned on Lake Champlain, the Saranac River, so outdoor recreation is a huge asset for our city. So not only accommodating more outdoor recreation and tourism, it's also accommodating people who are commuting with their bikes.
The plans call for adding bike lanes and even converting sections of a few streets into what are called bike boulevards to offer routes to bicyclists that run parallel to some of the city's most heavily traveled streets.
So any of the routes that we've identified as feasible for bike lanes, we actually went out and measured, made sure that there was enough space to put a 5-foot bike lane. Where there wasn't, we're identifying sharrows, but we made sure to track DOT traffic data because putting down the shared lane markings is not safe on a Cornelia Street or Margaret Street where there's a high level of traffic volume. So our phase 1 is mostly retrofit, and then phase 2 recommendations are based on reconstruction to include safe bike lanes.
Plattsburgh officials are looking to hear more from residents and will be holding a community bike ride scheduled for Sunday, July 11th from SUNY Plattsburgh up Park Avenue West to Peter Blumet Park, where the city will outline its proposal and give people the opportunity to share their concerns.
Once we host this public bike ride and get people out to experience riding on the streets and riding it through the city of Plattsburgh and then presenting the plan back to people, then it's just a matter of making some fine-tune refinements and then starting to execute.
The city says the first phase, adding paint and signs for bike lanes, would cost about $40,000. Reconfiguring streets to add bike lanes or boulevards would cost more. There's no estimate on that yet, although the mayor says local, state, and even federal grants could help defer the cost. You can find out more information about the community bike ride being held next Sunday, July 11th, on our website at mountainlake.org.